Hey guys, welcome back to another motorcycle adventure. This time, I'm going to be leaving my home at the Jonquil Motel in Bisbee, Arizona, and just going out for an overnight ride. I'm heading out of town on old historic US Highway 80, and this was America's first southern transcontinental highway. It went from Savannah, Georgia, all the way to San Diego. And you can still ride on stretches of the original highway, although a lot of it's been replaced with modern interstates. After passing through the Old West cowboy town of Tombstone, Arizona, I head a few miles north into the Dragoon Mountains. So we're out here in the Dragoon Mountains of southern Arizona, and we're going to go do some exploring. We're going to take a little walk. I want to show you something that's up in the mountains right here that's pretty cool. So this place is really cool. This is an area of rocks here known as Council Rocks. Look at how the light is coming down in here right now. It's coming through these rocks. And it's landing right on this rock with these grinding bowls in it right here. It's just so beautiful, this light here right now. And you can see that people have been using this area for a really, really long time. And it's a magical place, the rocks, the evidence of the ancient cultures here. This is just a really, really special place, and you guys are lucky to see this. Well, here we are in southern Arizona, not far away from my home actually. I left this afternoon with the intention of coming out here and filming a little camping and cooking video close to home for you guys. Kind of with the intention to just show you that even a simple trip close to home can be really cool. You don't always have to go far away on a big epic trip. You know, sometimes just an overnighter is really cool. Keep things simple. And so that's what I did today. I left home and rode about 45 miles out here to the Dragoon Mountains where I'm at tonight. There's some cows wandering around. Maybe you can hear the cowbell. And unfortunately, I got here a little bit too late. As you can see, it's already getting dark and I haven't even cooked my meal yet. I'm in the process of that. I just got the camp set up and prepped my food and built a little fire in the firebox. And I'm going to cook up some sausages and cabbage and onions and apples. Have a little feast out here tonight. And again, it's just a simple overnighter. You know, I just left home this afternoon and only rode a few miles to get out here, so I'm not far away. And one of the cool things about a trip like this is that you can prep your food at home and take just what you need for the night. So it's kind of a lot easier than when you're on a long motorcycle trip. So I just decided what I was going to cook and went to the grocery store and got my food kind of ready so that I could come out here. And the sausages that I brought with me, they were frozen when I left. I'm sure they're kind of thawed out by now, so it's kind of perfect. I've got everything I need for just a simple overnighter, and then I can get up early and get back home and be back in the office tomorrow morning. So I'm going to keep cooking dinner here and see how it goes with the light. As I said, it's getting kind of dark, but nonetheless, I just wanted to show you guys a little quick camping trip right from my home down here in southern Arizona. Wow, that's looking pretty delicious. Beautiful morning out here, southern Arizona. It was really nice sleeping out here last night. The temperature was just perfect. And I got up early before the sunrise. Already had a cup of coffee and thinking about cooking some breakfast here on the firebox stove. See what I got in the lunch bag here. Got some oatmeal. I have an orange. And I have an egg in here that I protected with this little case. So I'm going to have a good breakfast out here and kind of explore this area around here a little bit and just soak up the beauty, the nature. The light's just starting to come up over the hill behind me and illuminate the landscape in front of me. It's a good morning. It's a really good morning to wake up out here on this simple little one-night adventure. You know, you can learn things on even the simplest, shortest trip. And I really recommend that you go out and do a simple, short, overnight trip like this close to home. because it gives you a chance to kind of learn some new things, maybe try out some new things, or go through your gear and your setup and just keep it in tune. It's like anything else in life. The more you do it, the better you get at it. I learned a few things even on this simple little trip, I guess. Maybe one of the first things I learned is that I should probably give myself a little bit more time to get out to these kind of places and set up camp and cook dinner before it gets dark. And that's happened to me a lot on trips like this. I spend the whole day riding and filming, and I roll into my campsite maybe a little later than I should without necessarily having enough time to do the kind of filming that I like. It got dark last night while I was still cooking dinner, but I carried on, used some extra lights, and tried to show you what I was able to make last night, and it turned out pretty good. This little firebox stove here is continuing to work out for me really well. You know, not only is it good for cooking, but it gives you that ambience of a fire, and that's so important to me. It's such a big part of a trip like this, is having a little fire to kind of warm up and provide some atmosphere to a campsite. And it's simple to use, and it doesn't make a big mess. Once it burns down here, all I'm going to have left is the ashes in the bottom of it. And so I haven't created a new fire ring or harmed the landscape in any way. And all I have to do is dispose of these ashes, which I'm just going to put them in the existing fire ring behind me when I leave here. Make sure they're all put out, tamp them out really good, and I'll be able to be on my way. Got a roll of paper towels here with me, you know. I've tried so many different little wet wipes and rags and things like that for cooking. And at the end of the day, I just find that paper towels work better than anything that I've used. And then I'm not carrying around a dirty rag with me or anything like that. And I can just burn them in the fire when I'm done. So got my little plate right here, which also works as a cutting board. So this is a good cutting board, and then it also has this lip, this edge around it, so you could actually pour, you know, some soup or some pasta with sauce, whatever you want that way. And that seems to work pretty good. And I've also got this little folding chef's knife, which I really like. And that's what I use to prepare the food. Maybe I'll have some fresh squeezed orange juice. I think that would be pretty good. There we go. We'll let that sit over here. Then I'll put the frying pan on the stove. A little bit of cooking oil. I can feel the sun just starting to warm my back here. It feels really nice. Not that it was cold out last night. It wasn't cold at all, but it just feels nice here in the morning. Have a little sun. You know, it's nothing fancy, but it's oatmeal, an egg. It's a good breakfast. I'm gonna try this fresh squeezed orange juice here. Oh wow, that is good. Well guys, thanks for coming with me on this little filming and riding and camping and cooking adventure. Like I said before, this one was really close to home. It's just a simple overnight adventure, a little micro adventure. Ready to get back to the motel and check in our new guests. This is motorcycling season down here in southern Arizona. This is kind of when it starts in the early fall, so if you're looking for a great place to get out and ride where the weather is still good and it's not too cold yet, it's beautiful, come on down to southern Arizona and stop by our motorcycle motel, the Jonquil Motel. We'd be happy to see you and meet you. I'm going to pack up here and do a little exploring in this area and then get back to the motel. So I'll catch up with you guys a little later.